What's up, YouTube? Stack44 coming in with another video. Should you relocate for a better dating market? Before I get started, I want to give shout out to all my new subscribers, all my regular subscribers. And if you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscription button in the corner of your screen. Hit that notification bell as well, and you got all my videos sent straight to your phone or your device as soon as I put one up on YouTube. But let's get right into this video. Should you relocate for a better dating market? You know, the other day I was on the phone with one of my subscribers, and she was asking me, should she relocate for a better dating market? And I told her, like, if at the end of the day, if your family's not in that city, if you don't have a foundation with your family or a job, why would you move? You know, because at the end of the day, we have these NBA, NFL cities with major sports in these cities. And these cities are big, and then some of them are a little bit smaller than the other ones. But at the end of the day, it's pretty much the same thing everywhere you go when it comes to the dating market. You have to be the best version of yourself before you can date anyway. And that's spiritually, emotionally, physically, and financially. So if you move from one city to another city and you're not all the way together, you're gonna choose wrong if you don't have the right mentality. That's a little tangent. But I came up with 5 points of, you know, why you should think about not moving and relocating for dating purposes only. Now, if you're relocating from a small town to a bigger city, you should adapt to that and give yourself more options to help you out. But at the end of the day, if you're used to a small town environment and you move to the big city might eat your ass alive. So make sure you know what you're doing before you move into a big city if you live in a small town. Now, it's all about, the first thing I want to say is the first problem you're going to run into by moving to a bigger city for the dating market is more people, more options, more competition. Now, just like in college football or basketball, you may be the man in high school, but when you go off to college, you're going to run into 50, 60 more men on the football field that was the man in their high school. Now, you gotta work hard to make yourself stand out. And the same thing goes on in the dating market. That's why you always have to be you versus you and be the best version of yourself, man or woman. Because if you don't be the best version of yourself and you think, oh, I can just move over here and things are going to change for you, I'm just going to tell you right now, you're going to be, it's going to make you feel bad and you're going to moving back home. So if you move to a bigger city, and that goes with education and everything, not only just the looks or the dating market, you have to be prepared to be the best version of you to get along in any environment. Which brings me to my number 2. You have to maximize your environment. Now, back in the day, I'm a decorator, guy that set things up nice. I used to always, every time I lived in a different place, I used to maximize that place to the point of my comfortability. And then when I knew I outgrew it, then it was time to move on. And eventually, I bought a house. Same thing in maximizing your environment. You live in a city, go find out different things about that city, because when you go just, you know, go out willy-nilly and just learning about your city and doing everything that other people may do in the city, you may run into people that like-minded like you and actually somebody you may like. So maximize your environment. And another thing about maximizing your environment, a little quick tangent, is I got friends that live in Miami, Atlanta, Houston, Dallas, a lot of big cities, Los Angeles, and they maximize their environment. So when I go to those places for tourists, to do tourist things, I go back at their homes and I see that they live a regular life, no different than what I live in Indianapolis. So at the end of the day, it's not the place, it's who you are as a person. Number 3, there are shitty people everywhere. It don't matter if you live in LA, like I said, New York, Miami, Atlanta, you're going to run into shitty people everywhere. So you got to be the best version of yourself to actually deal with anybody else, because you're going to run into shit people all over the place. Just don't take a trip to like Houston or something or Atlanta and you get into an environment because you're having fun and you're on vacation and think, oh, I need to move here. No, do your research, do your homework. Understand that there's shitty people all over the place. and maybe the weather might be better in other places, but if your financial status is not up there to live in that place, don't move. Because if you move and struggle, what's the point of dating? Because people ain't gonna want to date you if you're struggling and you're new to the city. That's just period. All right, number 4. People, this is one thing about this relocation. A lot of times, long distance relationships happen because of relocation. You may go on a cruise or go to Vegas and meet somebody that live in a different city, and you live in another city, and you may think, oh, this person is great compared to the man or the women in my city. But don't get fooled about that, because a lot of times people get fooled into, going out on a vacation, connecting with somebody, but they're connecting with somebody's representative and feel like, okay, they did live in a different environment than me. These women are different. These men are different. But once you recover that mask and get that representative out the way, you then had a long distance fling for no reason, or you then move to their city and realize who they really is after 3-4 months or 6 months. But it's always exceptions in the rules. Sometimes that stuff works, and sometimes, most majority of the time, it really don't. Let's just be honest with ourselves. So make sure you're the best version of yourself. Don't do the long distance thing, because at the end of the day, it's a setup for disaster. Last but not least, is the juice really worth the squeeze? If you move out of state and your family is in the state or in the city that you're in, and you move to a different city just for dating, then it's going to make you kind of, in the long run, when you miss your family, you're going to cling to the people you meet, the strangers. People don't make friends at 30 years old. Just think about it. A lot of times people don't make friends after 25. You can't trust everybody these days. Everybody is thinking delusional, and everybody is out to, be deceptive towards you. So remember, your family and your friends and your hometown is very important. You don't know until you move away. Then you be like, damn, I left everything back here. It may be fine and dandy here with the weather, better environment, but at the end of the day, people are more important than a place. So remember, if you move with a foundation, and if you can't handle, the move, then move back. And there's nothing wrong with that. But remember, do not move just because of the dating pool. The dating pool may be a little bit better or may seem a little bit better, but at the end of the day, you still got to deal with a woman face-to-face and a man face-to-face. Just because it's a different place don't mean it's going to be a different result. So that's all I want to say on this video is I want you guys to stack attack your life. That means you versus you. Do the things to make you better. And I want you to stack up your life by taking this knowledge and keeping this knowledge and understanding that don't think delusional, think reality. So I'll holler at you guys on the next video. Peace.